Good day, everyone, especially to you, sir. I'm Trisha Nasibar, BS Criminology student, and here is my speech. The invisible ceiling. The most dangerous lie you've ever told is that your potential has a limit. Imagine this. You've spent all week reviewing for an exam. You've highlighted your notes. You've drank cup after cup of coffee. And you actually feel prepared. But the moment you sit down and look at that first question, your mind completely goes blank. A voice in the back of your head starts whispering, "You don't actually know this. You're not as smart as the person sitting next to you. You're going to fail anyway, so why does it even matter?" If that sounds familiar, you aren't alone. We often think our scores are a direct measurement of our intelligence or our effort. But the truth is, for many of us, our grades are actually a reflection of our self-esteem. Low self-esteem acts like an invisible ceiling on our academic potential. It stops us from rising, not because we lack the ability, but because we lack the capability to believe in ourselves. I'm speaking here today not as a perfect student, but as someone who has experienced this firsthand. I have let my own doubts write my grades for me and define my worth. Today, I want to talk about how this invisible ceiling works, the destructive habit it creates, and how we can finally overcome it. In psychology, there is a concept called the self-fulfilling prophecy. It's a cycle. If you believe you are bad at school, you will subconsciously act in ways that ensure you fail, which then proves you were right all along. According to psychologist Carol Dweck, many of us fall into a fixed mindset. We tell ourselves, "I'm just not a smart person," or "I'm not good at memorizing." When we believe our intelligence is fixed, we stop trying to grow. We stop pushing and just go with the flow. But what does this look like in our daily lives? It looks like being afraid to fail, yet doing nothing to prevent that failure. We often label ourselves as lazy, but the reality is that we just don't believe in our own potential. We have the capability to do our best, but our lack of confidence leads to disappointment before we even begin. One of the biggest reasons students struggle is the fear of judgment. We stay silent because we fear our answer is wrong and will be humiliated. We worry about others will think if we makes mistake. We ask ourselves, will they laugh at me? Will they label me as a failure if I don't reach their expectations? My fellow students, please hear me out. I'm speaking here today because I've let doubt win too many times. I've let a piece of paper define my worth, and I'm done with that. And you should be too. You're not a failure. You're a human being who is allowed to be in progress. Your brain believes what you tell it. If you tell it you're a failure, it will find a way to make that true. So starting today, tell it something else. Tell it you're here, you're learning, you're capable of doing your best without thinking what would other would say, and you aren't going anywhere. A grade is just a number. It is a measurement of one task on one day. It is not your soul, and it is not your limit. Don't let your doubt judge your grades. Thank you.